Okay, so tell me what you would do if you found out that there was a new hire in your husband's office. He has made it known to you that she has a crush on him, and it's not even like shy about it. What would you do? Okay, like, okay. I know what I would do, but what would you do? Okay, this is what society might tell us to do. First of all, we go look at their Facebook, check if they're cuter than us. No. Okay, we might give him some strong warnings that if you ever talk to him, it's over, okay? Or you're never to be alone in the same room. I'm bringing you lunch from now on. You're not going out to lunch. We might have so many things. But what would you do if you knew that prayer could help your husband be delivered? And I want to give you this testimony that I heard from a woman who is of prayer. This same situation happened to her. Husband came home, new hire, was so interested and wanted to have an affair with the husband. And the woman at first, because she's human like us, and she was all up in her feelings. But she began to take it into prayer. Somebody say there's power in prayer. Come on, let's get into it. All right, hi. So it's Dr. Sanita Edifo, and I'm talking to you about the power of prayer. This woman, prior to there being this new hire, they had been having trouble in their marriage. Okay, she was struggling. They were going through a period. They weren't even intimate because they had been separated, although in the same house, and she was just fed up to the brim. They've been to counseling, and so she began to seek the face of God. She started praying, and I heard Pastor Francis Chan say something that sincere and concentrated prayer will do infinitely more than any human strategies for a happy marriage. And it's so true. Okay, we can do the date nights, we can go on vacation, spend time together, go to restaurants, but without the backing of prayer, marriage is hard. Okay, and that's because we are not wrestling against flesh and blood. The person who's out to get us is a spirit. Okay, his name is the devil, and he hates all good things. And so you have to remember that when you're too busy fighting your spouse, at a point you got to step back and say, wait a minute, like, I need to get in prayer. Okay, like, this thing is serious now. And so she began to pray because the marriage was on the edge of a divorce. And so she had been praying, and nothing was really changing. She wasn't seeing the impact. She had just this constant restlessness in her spirit to just wake up and pray. And it was in the afternoon. And so she's like, what is going on? But the Holy Spirit kept prompting her to pray. And so she got up and began to pray. And she was praying, and she was praying for her husband and said that, Lord, help my husband, deliver him, help him, save him. Anything that is fighting against him, oh God, be his strength. And as she was praying, she finally felt a release in her spirit. And if you're not into prayer, all this that I'm saying is probably foreign to you. But there's a time when you're praying and you feel this release of peace and of rest that comes upon you. And she said as she felt that, she began to thank God. And then that was the end of her prayer. So in the evening when her husband came, she was sharing with him, and she said, oh my goodness, the strangest thing happened today. Today at around 4 o'clock, I had such an urge to pray that I did not know what was going on. And the husband said, I have to confess something to you. Today at 4 o'clock, that lady came into my office, began to take off her clothes and wanted to sleep with me, y'all. Okay, like this is when I go to the office and no, none of that stuff. But she got the knowing from the Holy Spirit. Okay, without prayer, you would not know these things. The Holy Spirit knows all things. And so when we begin to pray, the Holy Spirit is able to direct our prayer. So the reason why she got that urge to pray was the fact that the husband was in trouble and was about to get into some cheating situations if there hadn't been a divine intervention. And so I want to talk to you about the power of prayer. And why don't people pray? Simple, because people don't know how to pray. And as a wife, sometimes we don't even know that we're supposed to pray for a husband. But what if I can tell you that prayer can turn things around? Come back to it. God bless you.